Welcome to the DIY Try or Buy podcast with Yiesha and Mee Hee.
We've created a space where listeners and viewers can explore beyond their comfort zone. We'll be engaging in discussions and tackling DIY projects.
We'll also try new things and buy new quality products that will enhance your way of life. So please subscribe, like, and share, and join us every Thursday for the podcast you didn't know you needed. Welcome to another episode of DIY, Try, or Buy, and this is episode 9, right?
Yeah, we're here.
So this episode, we are going to talk about our previous episodes. We want to thank you all for supporting us so far, but we have some learning curves that we want to talk about, right? And also what we've been doing and what we're planning to do. So with this being episode 9, let's get into it.
Absolutely.
So what have you been up to, Mee Hee?
It's the summertime. As you know, the viewers' audience kind of been following us. So I turned 40. You all have seen that. I turned 40.
Yay! Felix, round of applause. Yay!
Yeah, so that was great. It's busy, right? Summertime with my son. He's at camp during the day. We've got swim lessons going, so busy. Also celebrated 10-year anniversary.
Wow, you got a lot of milestones going on.
A lot of milestones.
Right.
And went to Punta Cana.
How was that?
It was amazing. Oh, highly recommend.
Okay.
No hesitation. If you can get away yourself, with a spouse, with friends, all-inclusive is the way to go. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. The people, the food, swam with dolphins.
Nice.
Recommend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, what have I been doing? So you guys know already I have my business called The Y Effect. So I have literally been trying to grow that. I've been traveling quite a bit, just trying to grow the business. What else have I been doing? Learning all the ins and outs of podcasting. The biggest thing too is that I've been really trying to learn more about just the business of podcasting and learning from some of the people that I follow. So that has been really interesting. And as far as what I'm looking forward to, Jackson will be in high school this year. So he'll be a freshman. So that is something that I'm looking forward to. And I'm sure I'm going to have some stories
Yes.
around that. And yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It's a busy summer.
It's a busy summer. And I've had lots of company. So yeah, I've had a lot of company at my house, and I love to entertain, as I've said before. So that has been a lot of fun. I've been going to concerts. I've been living it up. I don't know if y'all knew this or if I said this in the last episode or previous, but my son stayed a whole month with his dad. We co-parent very well. He had Jackson for a whole month in Chicago. So, mom was out.
She should.
Not out. I was sleeping. I was cooking for myself. I had leftovers. I didn't have to worry about a kid. My girlfriends came. We hung out. So I think this is like one of the best summers I've had since I've been living in Indiana. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so enough about me. Okay. So as far as, we've just talked about what we've been doing. We've gone through 8 episodes. We're now into our new season per se, right? What are you looking forward to? Let me dial it back. What have you learned about yourself personally? And, from a professional standpoint, since we've been doing the podcast?
Ooh. It has been really interesting to watch our episodes with our, and friends commenting. I think what I've learned is that I'm in such a place, I'm 40 now, right? I'm in a place, I think, of just, and we talked about it, like just being in your authenticity and as watching it, some people are like, ooh, I could never watch myself. And I feel like I thought that too. But watching it back, I think, yes, there's little nuances of maybe posture.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
But,
right. Okay.
But other than that, I think I was just more affirmed and assured of like what we're talking about in the content, getting, even from just the feedback we're getting, people are excited. It excites me. So I have just learned to go with it, embrace it, not be afraid. So that's what I've kind of learned within myself as, reflecting back on these episodes that sometimes we're like, should we talk about it? Does it make me uncomfortable? I realize that, yes, let's talk about it, because if one person can find something that they can pull from, then that's great. So learned a lot. Again, still learning. It continues. So yeah, how about you? What have you learned?
It is a lot of work.
Yes.
When you don't have the funds, like out the gate, if you're not a celebrity, if you don't have those people around you that know the industry, it is a lot of learning from people, a lot of asking, being vulnerable, like, hey, I don't know how to do this, lightweight begging people to help you, support. I feel like slow and steady wins the race. I knew we weren't going to just have 1,000 subscribers out the gate, but it takes time to know who our audience is, to know who's supporting us. Initially I thought all my friends and family were just going boom, as soon as we posted it, I was going to have all these subscribers, we was going to have all these likes. It's not that at all. And the cool thing is that it's not that they don't love me or you or whatever. It's just, sometimes it's just not on their radar. Attention span is not there. But having or creating a circle of people that are in this or doing something that is their purpose driven to do, it's part of the process. Absolutely. So like you said before, even if it's just one person that we're touching, but we know already it's more than one, it's worth it, right? Yeah. Because what we're doing right now is part of our purpose. This is a part of the puzzle of what we are called to do. So I just enjoy seeing you grow, the phone calls we've had, look how I look. Just seeing you blossom into, your being 40, your anniversary, and doing this podcast. And I just like the flow of our team,
Exactly. We are very unique. And behind the scenes is controlled chaos. That's what but it's ours.
It's our chaos.
And I think we appreciate, there are moments. Look, we are full-time people behind the scenes here. We do this as an outlet because we enjoy it. Yes. There's purpose behind it. But yes, we work full-time.
Yes.
Beyond this. So
yes.
Let's get into maybe some of the pros first of doing this. What are some of our pros we've seen?
So what I did not expect is that and I won't call any names, but we've had a few companies that saw not even the podcast initially, but they saw our promos and some of the advertisements that we've had, and they were like, look, how can we help? What can we do? So that's a positive thing, right? We've had meetings with certain media outlets, so that's always cool. Certain distributors. So the pros is that people are catching on and they're understanding the mission. What else? Just being able to engage with our community. I think this is the biggest pro.
Absolutely.
As we're reviewing restaurants, as we're going and talking to people, we're already involved on a corporate level, but now that we're doing DIY, try or buy, we're more engaged with our community and people. We're getting life stories, which we'll talk about in some upcoming episodes, which we're really excited about. But that's a pro. I'm a people person, but I'm very private, if that makes sense. I don't know what you call that person. Extrovert. I don't know. But that's a pro for me. Those are pros. What about you?
I think pro is it is to me also the learning curve, and that also can be a con.
Right.
But there's a steep learning curve with all of us. There's equipment. Felix is, we got Felix.
Shout out to Felix.
Shout out to Felix,
because I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, exactly. But even just with him learning through that, you're probably going to share, there is a learning curve, but I'm going to be very honest, kind of open up. Yiesha does all of the media, social media drops, the pages, the TikTok, the YouTube thumbnails, I'm grateful to be a part of this, as a one piece, right, a contributor. But behind the scenes, she is learning a lot, and I'm learning alongside. But let's be very honest, it's a learning curve. We did not grow up in an era with social media as like young adolescents?
I was not a TikToker until we started this podcast. So I'm still learning TikTok and what to do and what not to do and hashtag, all that. So but I will say, shout out to all the people that follow us on TikTok. That's like our biggest support right now. The biggest views and the more engagement that we've had, even on like Instagram. Yeah. So shout out to TikTok.
Yeah. And we're learning, right? We're learning all of the different social platforms. Like there's audience that intake from different platforms, right? And there's different people, right, that intake from those. So like we're growing and learning on what platforms or what episodes are really resonates for a specific, TikTok audience, the Instagram audience, who's sharing. So the data analytics behind that too is really fascinating. So the pros for me is just learning because this is so new.
Right.
We are trying. We are
We're trying, y'all.
That.
We're trying to give y'all some great content. Yes,
we're really learning here.
Yes.
So I think that's a big pro for me. Some cons. Let's talk. I don't want to say it's like a negative, but there are some things that like we have to really be aware of with doing this. So time. Let's talk about that. We have to give some of our time, like on weekends, after work hours, to connect or sync with things dropping and sharing to our different pages. So
as it relates to time, as you're saying, I'm doing the clips, I'm doing all of the, and if you don't have the right equipment, you gotta wait forever for a download. I mean, that takes forever, right? And I'm really mindful about my time. Yeah. So when I'm being sent things from Felix and my things, because I don't have great equipment at this point, I gotta wait forever because my stuff is, but the time for me is important. And so because of that, that's a con for me. So if you don't know what you're doing, it takes more time because you're not, well versed or experienced in the social media. So sometimes I cry as I'm working because it's so much work. But the joy of the time that I feel that's being put into this is the comments. Is people saying, you guys are dope, you guys are doing such a good job, keep going, when's your next episode, like da-da-da-da. I'm like, Thursday, if you subscribe. Also, the con is that we've learned with our age group or older, I would say, is it boomers? Is it boomers?
Yeah.
Okay, we can say
and
boomers.
And they're not all bad.
And it's not all bad. They want to subscribe, but a lot of people have this notion that YouTube, you have to pay for it, right? And we're saying, no. There are parts of YouTube that you pay, but it's actually free, right? So a lot of people have been apprehensive, but we're on Spotify, we're on other media platforms too that you can listen to. But really want you guys to see what we're doing because with upcoming episodes, it's great to hear it, like on Spotify or Apple, but you got to see what we're doing. So that's a con.
Absolutely. Because even as I'm learning, as I watch some of our episodes, and then I switch over to our audio platforms and listen, Yiesha and I are very expressive. Our faces are expressive.
Face, yeah.
And we talk with our hands. And so, on a YouTube visual audience, you're going to get a little bit more versus if you're tuning in audio. But there are some people who listen to us on their way to work.
Yeah, or my sister, shout out to my sister, she listens while she's hiking. She lives in Austin. So she was like, I listen to you guys when I'm hiking. So, yeah.
So we love that. So some of the cons also, let's be honest, the finance. The money behind
this ain't cheap. I mean, okay. So some of the people that I listen to as we take this podcast journey are true professionals. Sean Anthony was a huge support for us. He's killing the game in podcasting. David Shan, Sleeps for Suckers. I follow them. I do some of their classes or whatever. You can do this. You can do this on your phone. People do it all the time with their phone. You get a good phone, decent camera. I'm not saying that podcasting has to be expensive, but we had a vision, right, as to how we wanted it, and we wanted it to be of a certain quality, right? So there are some sacrifices that we've made financially to make this happen. So, but if you really want to do it right, like we'll show you some behind the scenes pictures of the setup that we have, and you've probably seen that previously, but we got like 3 cameras, we got bow mics, we got Felix, I mean, we got lights, we got like, how many mics do we have, Felix? 4 mics? We got
At
mics.
least,
So
yeah.
we want to make sure we are giving you quality. Like for us, it's an investment, right? We do videos when we're out. Clearly, Felix can't, we ain't got it like that. We're like, hey, Felix, we at such and such, come out here and shoot.
Not yet.
Exactly, right? We just got our cameras. But when we are in the studio, when we are here, we want to make sure that we're giving you guys a quality podcast. So yes, it's expensive.
Yeah.
But that's when, once we get our flow, which we're getting into right now, we'll have sponsors, we'll have people that will support us until it'll be a little easier on the pockets.
Absolutely. It's been so fun. Even though it takes some work and prep work, and Yiesha and I, just behind the scenes, right? We plan. But again, time. We're moms. We're busy. We got work outside of this. So when we come, like, we are in the zone.
Yes.
But let's be honest. We are also friends. So we will sidebar and have these really rich conversations, and they're like, hold on, episode, da da da. So it's actually really fun. It's a part of the process of coming up with, just great things to talk about. But once we set a topic, we don't really talk too much over it because we want the authenticity of us just having this conversation of like, what do you really think about this? All of you are seeing it live. There's no premeditation.
Nope. What you gonna say? Oh, I'm gonna say this when you say that. No, there's
none of that. So we're like off the cuff most of the time. So yes, we have a few bullets to just keep our timing, but other than that, it's the conversations from our activities. We don't brief afterwards if we do, another thing or event or venue or restaurant or anything. We do that, but we don't brief afterwards. Because we want to just be authentic and engaged with you all.
So going through this journey, Mee Hee, do you have any advice for a person that might not want to do a podcast, but they're just trying to do something that they've always wanted to do, something that's in them, like it's in their belly that they want to birth? Do you have any tips or any advice for someone who wants to pursue something, their dreams or vision?
Yeah. If it relates to, like sharing information, do it. I follow somebody, Beauty Nation. He owns a beauty supply store in Memphis, but he started these like 1 minute like questions, like very quick. He asks a customer like questions. It's really short, fun. But if you're trying to test the waters and see, try it, do it. We're not seeking perfection here. We're doing it. Yes, we go back and we're like, oh, the next time we can tweak this or here, but we're really about the growth in this journey.
Absolutely.
So that's my advice. Even if it's like a Zoom meeting with another person and you want to interview a few questions, 15 minutes, try it. You don't have to, put it out there, but just try it and say, hey, are you willing to do this quick little interview? I really like to know if, I can keep doing this. There's really nothing to lose, I think. So don't let any fear kind of come through and prevent you from doing that. Take that chance. Again, low cost. We have like Zoom or Teams. Try it out. Find somebody that you feel safe with. Do a quick interview and see how you like it. See if you enjoy it. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to keep doing it, right?
Right, that's true. Absolutely, because I think that if you try it, then you know if you want to do it or you don't. Like Mee Hee said, don't have fear. My tip and advice to you is I'm a person that loves a level of quality. I'm a perfectionist in a lot of ways, but I've learned if you don't ask for help, if you don't go out and just do it from where you are in the position that you're in, you won't meet the right people that need to be in your circle if you keep sitting on something. So just do it. Jump out. Figure it out, and just, if you have faith, we've talked about faith before in our episodes. If you have faith, just believe if God has given it to you, He's going to give you the resources to make sure those things happen. So, it's not perfect, like Mee Hee said, but it's going to get better and better. I think it already has gotten better.
It has.
Right?
It has.
I think, the setup time is going quicker. As we prep for our episodes, we have a flow to us now of framing our episodes. So I would encourage you to do it. and surround yourself with the right people, and it will be lonely. Okay, this ain't for the weak. Okay, it's a lonely road, but whatever happened will happen. Whatever will be. But it'll all come full circle.
It will.
That's my advice. That's what I got.
Well, that's the end of it. We hope you have enjoyed, the first 8 episodes, and you're here back to follow us for more. But remember to like, share, and subscribe to the podcast you didn't know you needed.
Bye.